Welcome, Spirit Hunters Paranormal 911. Having a big change that we're fixing to make in our channel here. We're changing our name, our logo. Um, we're going to start with a kind of a new beginning. Changing the way we make videos. Try to get, better content, for the viewers, for the fans. See if we can't make things better. I know that, some of our videos we get a lot of views on it, and other videos we don't get many at all. We're not getting much in the way of likes to let us know how we're doing. So I'd almost assume that people are not enjoying it because they're not hitting the like button. So, we're going to be making some changes. There'll be some of the same things that we have been doing. We'll still be doing some of our static cam footage. Probably not quite as much, but we are going to start doing more of the basic videoing with the team, because I believe you are missing out on a lot of things that are happening, for what we're catching that is not getting on camera when we set up these static cams, because we are having a lot of things happening around us that kind of catch us off guard. So, we're going to make these changes. I do have, a lot of different, comments on, some of the things we're doing. So we're going to try to, make some changes here, see if we can't make it better. Because we want to, keep you coming back. We want to give you the entertainment that you're hoping to, be able to see. And we think some of these changes, we're going to do that. Also, I've been getting quite a few questions. I want to answer a couple of those here. This is basically going to be just a little short video, kind of an intro that you've already seen on some of the things that we're going to be doing. But I'm having some questions. I had one that had to do with our motion sensor lights that, they go off. And of course we say, well, it has to be something across the path of it, Well, a lot of viewers are saying, well, if something's crossing the path of it, we should be able to see it. No, not necessarily. But then it doesn't necessarily mean that they're crossing the path of it either. These motion sensor lights are kind of like, our K2s and our REM pods and the cat balls or any type of electrical light, They just got to be close to it because the energy they put out is almost like a electric type energy. It's an EMF. And if you get close enough to these things, they will activate, So I believe that might clear up that debate or discussion on, some of the things that are happening with some of our equipment. Doesn't necessarily mean it's an intelligent spirit. If it's a residual spirit, they have that same energy. The only difference is they think they're still alive. They don't recognize that we're even there. They don't acknowledge us, even though that we're able to pick up on, them being around us. But if they get close enough to these devices or these toys, they're going to activate, kind of like our motion sensor alarm. Basically the same thing as a motion light. They activate when something moves in front of them. That's why they call them motion activated. But there doesn't necessarily have to be anything walking in front of it, spirit related. They just got to be close to it. It will set these things off. Another question I get, I think we talked about this in the past, is why we keep going back to the same places over and over. We're hoping in our changes we're going to be going to some different places, go to a lot of different haunted locations. We still want to go back to some of the ones we've been going to, like, Haunted Hill House Manor. some of these cemeteries, because we're always getting activity there. And a lot of people say, well, it's the same thing. You're getting the same stuff over and over. To an extent, yes, we are. A lot of our devices, our K2s, they're activating. Cat balls, they're activating. That's pretty much common with any paranormal team out there that uses some of these devices. They're going to get this stuff to happen. But what we are going to try to work more on is getting them to more or less on a communicating side, that where we can get them to activate these devices. I don't want to say necessarily on command, but more of a request. If we could ask them a question, say for instance, if you're a female, can you light this rim part up? Or can you activate this cat ball? Excuse me. And if we're able to do that, that's a little bit more verification that we are communicating with something there, rather than it just going off because there's an energy close to it. Also, we use a lot of trigger objects, we use a lot of these toys and devices, but we're going to change it up a little bit on the way that we're using them. Like I say, most of the videos we've been doing has been basically Steadicam setups, because I notice a lot of times that, when we're not in these areas or in this room, we may be off in another room, but we're hearing noises. Excuse me. We're hearing noises coming from these other areas. And that's kind of one reason why I started getting into, setting up these Steadicams. So, hopefully we were able to capture stuff, while we weren't in this area. And to an extent, it has paid off, not necessarily seeing anything like an object move or a shadow figure. We have caught some things, using Steadicam, through our grid light, have gotten where I've had objects move. But we're getting a lot of sounds, a lot of bangs, disembodied voices. This is still all beneficial to, these investigations that we do. So basically, we're going to still keep doing that. Because we never know what's going to happen when we go these places. Sometimes we get a lot of activity. Sometimes we don't get nothing. We go and we spend hours at these places. That's pretty much why I was doing not uncut videos, but just cutting out the portion of the video of activity that we were able to pick up. Well, I'm starting to get a lot of comments and questions about, why we do that, because it looks like that, we could be taking cuts from other investigations that we've done at these places and just basically posting them again. I don't do that. Everything that I post is stuff that actually happened that night while we were there. So I've had a lot of fans and viewers saying that, maybe we need to do a little bit more of the uncut videos, just from the time we start until the time we start. Just leave the camera rolling. The only issue or problem I always had with that is, like I say, we spend hours at these places, and, we get there, we may spend an hour, 2 hours before anything even happens. And then maybe something's going to happen. And then it'll just kind of die off, and we may wait another hour before something else happens. That's just a lot of time in between the activity that nothing happening. To me, it almost, my opinion, seems to be kind of boring, because the viewers, or even if I was just watching the video as a fan, I'd want to see activity. I wouldn't want to just sit there and just see nothing. It'd be kind of like, I'd lose my interest real quick and say, just turn it off. This is kind of boring. So, I'm getting people now to say, your videos are kind of boring, because they're seeing the, Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat. Here lately, or this past week, has been nothing but cold here in Texas. We had a little kind of a cold front that came through. I mean, it dropped the temperatures down into the teens. So it's got to chill my bones. I'm getting too old for this cold weather. But anyways, um, you know, people are just getting bored of our videos because they, are saying it's the same things over and over. And I'm looking at the analytics of, how our videos are doing, how much what time we're getting, how long into the video people are watching it. And it's not good, not good at all. I mean, people will start out with the video and they get maybe anywhere from 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the video, and they stop watching it. I'm trying to tell people that, just because you're seeing the same things, there are things that are happening in our videos that you're probably missing out on. Some things that you don't see. Some of the other things other than our common little REM pod, cat bod, cat ball, K2 meters, that are going on. We might be getting objects we move. We might be getting disembodied voices, shadow figures, even loud bangs. I mean, there's been times, especially on the last investigation we did, which was Hill House Manor, and we had some activity there that night that, it made part of the team jump, and we were able to capture that on camera because we're starting, like I say, we're starting to make a few changes to where the viewers are getting to see some of the things that are kind of catching us off guard, making us jump. So, don't just watch first 10, 15 minutes in it and not see a whole lot of activity and just think, well, I'm not going to watch a 45 minute or an hour video, like this. You'd be surprised if you just continue watching it that you will see some things in there that, who knows, maybe it'll make you jump when it happens. Uh, you know, so, give us a chance. If you do see something, um, or have a different idea or some thoughts on what we can do to make things better, please, drop down in that comment box. Leave us a little note. We're always looking for suggestions, better ways of doing things. Anyways, there's been a few other questions I've had. Can't think of them right off bat, but we're just hoping that with the changes we're making, hey, give us a chance, give us a little bit of support here. Hit that like button. Well, it lets us know that we are doing okay. If you don't think we're doing okay, leave us a comment. Let us know. We'd love to hear from our viewers, our fans. If you're not part of the family, give us a chance. Join the family. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell. That way when some new episodes come out, who knows? You may enjoy them. We're up to, excuse me, we're up to a little over 300 members to the channel now. It's been going up pretty quick here recently, I guess, because some of the videos we've been putting out here over the past month, getting some good captures on some of the things that are happening. So I think that's helping us a little bit. Hopefully this will pick up with some of these changes. We'll get a lot more that will join the family. I'm not necessarily into it like most of the YouTube teams that are out there, filming and documenting. They're trying to build a fan base. Yeah, I'd love to have a fan base enjoy our videos, but a lot of them are also into it for the money. I don't care about the money. That's not why I do this. I've been in the paranormal field for over 45 years, been in the paranormal pretty much my whole life, but to where I was actually, starting to do something, uh, to where, I had a lot of training, through different teams, through different peoples, um, education wise in the paranormal field, working with an institute for 10 years, becoming lead investigator over 5 teams there. And, I've, I believe that, this is something that, God has chosen for me to do, being able to, help families in need. I've been traveling around all over the U.S. for many, many years, helping families, you know, uh, being able to find out what was going on in their homes, being able to help them get rid of what they had there. Um, it just, it's just always different. It's always something new. There's many people that say they've seen everything or they know everything. Well, that's your opinion. I don't believe that anybody knows that. I know I don't know everything because there's always something new, but I am still learning, you know, a lot as I go. But I do have years of experience, knowledge, from doing investigating, helping families, uh, learning, from Ed and Lorraine Warren helped me out with knowledge, some priests that there's a couple of them I still work with, being able to do demonic cases, which is a whole lot different than just dealing with a human spirit. So, I mean, the knowledge is there and the experience is there, and I believe it's just a mission God has given me to continue what I'm doing, helping families. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here, and hey, I hope to see you on some of uh, our adventures here as we, what I call a new beginning. Stay spooky.